Chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat, chit chat, chit chat with QT. With QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat, chit chat, chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat, chit chat, chit chat with QT. What's up, cuties? Welcome to Chit Chat with QT. Join me as I discuss hot topics, celebrity news and gossip, reality TV show recaps, and more. Everything that I discuss are my own personal opinions for entertainment purposes only. Now, before I get started, please make sure to like the video, hit that notification bell, subscribe to the channel, and sit back and enjoy. What's up, cuties? Teresa got me second guessing myself. Happy Memorial Day to each and every one of you. We know, what the occasion relates to, but as I've been saying, please make sure to just try to remember the good times and the memories in a positive way. If you had a loved one that paid the ultimate sacrifice, So again, happy Memorial Day. I hope you guys are spending time with your family. And I'm here for a quick little hour, a quick little power hour. But hello. Shout out to the cutie crew, the Patroni cuties. We watched Real Housewives of Atlanta on yesterday. Awesome topic. And we're going to discuss Faye. Faye is under fire. I see Simone is here. And Simone. Who else last night? Sammy. A couple of you guys ain't feeling it for Faye. So we shall see. I think Danya was on my side. Hey, Danya. Love you, sis. Hello again to each and every one of you. Thank you for joining me. If you did not hit the like button on your way in, please go ahead, hit that like button. Make sure that you are subscribed. I need to go ahead. Let me try this real quick. Let me do something. But I see you guys. Come on in and we are going to get started. I got several topics that I do want to discuss. And like I said, we're going to get out of here. Let me know in the chat if you are there. I could paste this right here. Let me do this real quick. Let me know if you have family there, if you guys are doing anything special today, barbecuing, cooking, anything. Let me know. But shout out to the cutie mods in the building. Linda Gamble, the legend of the mods. Thank you for being here, Linda Gamble. Teresa, thank you so much, sis, for modding for me. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you. All right. Shout out to the new subscribers. I'm going to go ahead and put it on the screen. 301 of you in the last 28 days. I see 30,000 in my future. I see 30,000 in my near future, let me say. But to the 301 of you that subscribe, thank you guys so very much. Pull up a seat, child. Get comfortable. We do not bite. And welcome. I appreciate you guys. All right, we're going to get started. Hey, Marshannon. Hey, V Jackson. V Jackson, let me know if you talk to Aunt Debbie. I think I texted Aunt Debbie Saturday, so I said I wasn't going to bug her. I was going to contact her every couple days and I'm gonna call her tomorrow instead of text. But welcome, my sisters here, Red Ann in the building. Red Ann, you've been cracking me up, sis. You've been cracking me up with those little baby AI characters. Yes, ma'am, Simone, I'm claiming it. Simone said, I see 50K in your future. Yes, ma'am. That 30K is in the near future. So it is so motivating for me just to continue on. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Lisa Love. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. But yeah, it gives me a spark, you know, to keep doing the damn thing. Not for long. Okay. Okay, V. Shoot me a DM and let me know the latest, and I will call her tomorrow. Prayers going up to my sis Danya, to Aunt Debbie, to Philly Girl for Life. We are also keeping Papa Tyra in our prayers, and again, each and every one of you. Hey, Jim. Hello, hello. Shout out to the bushes, baby. I see you. You think I don't, but I see you, child. Thank you for being spectator. Okay, those that don't know what spectator is, I deleted Wanda. I may bring it back, child, because it's so hilarious. I'll have to. Let me see if I got to save my videos real quick. Because it's a lot of people. I ain't doing nothing love in Mary Huntsville. Before I get started on my hot topics, guys, what's going on with that show? Is it coming back? Because look, when the star was there, when Melody Cherie was there, um, they didn't take this long coming back. And I'm not waiting for it. I'm not, but I just noticed, right about now, June, July, they would be breaking for their summer break, if you know what I mean. And yeah, I ain't synced in my Moses voice. I ain't seen nothing, child. Um, I'll have to try to search for this Wanda stuff later. The spectator. But if you are in the bushes, if that's where you've found yourself lately or just period, girl and boy, go ahead. Drop on down. We don't bite. We don't bite. I totally agree, Misha. Look, I like the no activity. It shows the impact that Mel made on that show, which we didn't need Mel to step down to know that. But it shows the impact. I don't hear nothing. You hear me? Who, Teresa? Who was over that line? Shout out to the bro chat. I don't know which one of the bros I be chatting with. But we be DMing back and forth. Shout out. Yes, Marshannon. Yes, ma'am. All right. Spectations was over that line, child. Did they let her do a video? Or was she in the comment section? Let me know, child. Let me know. But welcome, welcome, welcome again. I want to start off this with something that I was so happy to hear. And I only watched their season. So before I even bring it up, let me make sure to change my banner to the copyright disclaimer banner as well as flash it. So I'm going to be sharing from a couple different platforms today. With these topics that I got, and I appreciate them. Hey, Sammy. But anything that I share is covered under the copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Everything is allowed for fair use. Yeah. But Lauren and Cameron from Love is Blind. I only watched that show one season, and it was season 1, and it was their season. And they are expecting, and I am so very happy. Hey, CC. Oh my goodness. And I must admit, I think we got to stop doing this. If you find yourself, really, Sammy, I saw your post says yes. Look, they were the only couple, and again, I only watched season 1, where I knew instantly that it was real. Instantly. So if you don't know about Love is Blind, and I'm not sure if it still come on, but they are behind walls talking to each other, and they meet each other, or after they say they want to be with this person or whatever, then they see each other for the first time. For Lauren and Cameron, I just knew that it was real. And I've been following them on my main Instagram page since the show. They have a YouTube channel, all of the above. Lauren is really involved with a lot of the Atlanta. I know some of you guys are not going to feel the way that I feel, but the reality elite crew. She's friends with a couple of them, so I've seen her hanging out with several of them, and I am so happy for them. So I do want to show you guys this awesome announcement. And but what I was saying is maybe we need to stop doing this because I'm guilty. When people get married and you really like them, I do think that a lot of us instantly go into when you having a baby, when you having a baby, when you having a baby. So I saw in her announcement that you guys, well, their announcement, that you guys will see shortly, that they included like a lot of messages, you know. But so happy for them. So very happy. I remember when Lauren first met Cameron's family. I remember when Karen met Lauren's dad. Sammy, let me know. Is Lauren's mom still with us? Because I remember when Cameron met with the dad, but since I just said that, I don't remember when, if they met with her mom. So let me know if you know Sammy. She just had fibroid surgery as well, and they went through IVF. Yes. Yes, I heard that. So a lot of women, black. Yes, Sammy. I saw that her father had passed. But what about the mom? Mom still alive? The yes, she is. Okay. But yeah, they even have a picture of her father. But a lot of black women especially find themselves with fibroids. I am one that had fibroids. Okay. And we're gonna have to do a cutie crew members only on that. Really discuss that. So let me write that down real quick. All right. But let's go ahead and take a look at this announcement. Shout out to Lauren and Cameron. Oh my goodness, so happy for them. I followed their journey on the dogs and everything. Okay, thank you, Sammy. When she moved in his home after they got married, all of the above. But let's go ahead and take a look. I am so very happy. If it's music, and I think it is, I may have to play mute. But take a look. Take a look.
In a world where love is blind, two strangers.
Hold on, guys. I got this for this very reason. All right, here we go. So I won't be showing everything.
Took a leap of faith.
Yes.
They built a home.
Look at the doggies.
A life. A legacy. But one question remained.
This is all a question. When y'all having a baby? I love them. Where's the baby?
Should we just tell him?
Nah, let's draw it out. Yeah. It's good for engagement.
They waited. They prayed. They poked themselves repeatedly. After years of hope, love finds a new form. This fall, a new chapter begins.
Uh-oh. Yay. Yeah, they had to poke themselves. Oh. Look at the little fur babies, too. Big brothers.
Baby Hamilton. Coming fall 2025.
Oh, I'm smiling so hard. First of all, I loved the announcement. Let me get out of this. How about you guys? Did you guys like
So the
that? Oh, wait. Let me go back because I forgot that Cameron. Hold on. Let's bring it back up. Hold on. Let's finish.
babies come with instructions.
Nah, just Google and prayers. Oh, and ChatGPT.
Hey,
No, rest in peace to her dad. All right, there we go. Baby Hamilton is on the way, and they are such an awesome couple. You know what I mean? Sometimes you could just really look at people and just see the love. And Cameron, awesome man, and they've been showing this from day one. So we'll have to talk about that. Do you guys believe in something like that? Would you participate? Put it in the chat. Would you participate in a show like that? You know, you get to know the person just based off of your conversation and not looks. You know what I mean? But I do see a lot of you ladies in the chat that talked about your journey and all of that with fibroids. So, Sammy, I remember you telling us, I'm glad that you're healing. Gia, hysterectomy. Teresa, hysterectomy. Me, hysterectomy. All of the above. Them fibroids ain't no joke, baby. They are no joke. So, Cutie Crew, we'll talk about more of that. And, let us know if you're currently going through it, or I believe we spoke about it before. But I am so glad that Cameron's child, well, I want to call Lauren Cameron, Lauren's surgery was successful, but she did also have IVF as well. So I'm just ecstatic for them. Really, 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 I am. All right, so I'm gonna scratch that one on out. um Yes, Teresa. Yes, that is the purpose of the show. You do have to talk to several different people, but they did just connect right away. It would, some of these reality shows, you only get real first season. It's not like reality TV back in the day with the real world and all of that, where they went a couple seasons before people that joined the show or were picked to be on shows started playing into that and came with followings on Instagram and blah blah blah. But that first season, which is the only one, was real. Mar, you had 2 surgeries and you going on 3. Prayers going up. That's the best connection is based on. Yes, it is, Red Ann. Yes, it is. And we're going to be talking about that. How long do you wait? We'll be watching soon Divorced Sisters. So let's say you've already been married and divorced or whatever the case may be. How long do you wait before you decide to open yourself back up with that to that, just love or the possibility of getting to know somebody and all of that? Yes, I know, Simone. I can. That's how it is. That's how it is. Let's see. You don't know, Sammy? Go ahead. Go ahead. The reactions should still be the same if you really fell for a person based on communication. But I'm really with you, sis. I don't know. But congratulations to them. Let's get into something that reminded me of Mel and Martell when they were in Destin. You guys remember the kitchen scene, child, that went viral? I'm sure you do. And guess who else in the kitchen went viral? Drew and Ralph. Did you guys see this over the weekend? Yes, they do come back, Red Ann. I had the myomectomy. Red Ann said fibroids do grow back, so have an ultrasound at least once a year. And you are absolutely right. I had a myomectomy first, and they grew back, and they grew back even bigger, larger. And yeah, the rest of the conversation we'll talk about it members only. But my doctor didn't want to do the hysterectomy on me, and I said, "Girl, bye. If you don't go ahead and do what needs to be done." And Teresa, you said 10 years. For me, I think it's been maybe about 14, maybe about 13 or 14. Sammy, you are disappointed in Drew. Let me say this before I play this. That rhymed. When Drew was on Carlos King, when Carlos interviewed Drew, and he was asking her about what Portia was trying to say, that Drew wanted Dennis. And the way that Drew answered that question to me kind of let me know maybe she really still into her husband that way. Because she was like, have you seen my husband? And I think she said biceps over bellies or something like that. You know what I mean? That means that she's still admiring her husband, child. But they spent the day together yesterday. Ralph was cooking, and I want you guys to take a look. Ralph came out with an old Martell type of message, and we'll get into it. But let's look at it first.
Hello, Ralph. What do you call me? Yo, Drew, I made all of this food here. The steak, the hot dogs, the chicken. Let me taste it. I'm going to sit down and make me a plate.
Hey, Helen.
Hey,
now, a lot of people right there felt like that him feeding her was intimate. And let's continue.
Mama.
Ralph made the steak.
Oh, look at this.
Steaks look good, child. Yes, they do.
Drew's making the cabbage. Her saute.
Little peppermint.
We're going to have to table that to see how it tastes.
So what do you call me? Hello, Ralph. What do you call me?
All right, so he started off by saying, Drew, what do you call me? What do you call me? And he said, I didn't wear the apron, but she called me daddy in the kitchen off camera. I really do this cooking thing. Happy, no drama, Memorial Day weekend. Y'all be safe. He made sure that was a Martell type of message to put in there. She called me daddy. You know what I mean? He could have kept all of that out. My degree is real facts. Martell Jr. I see why they are friends, he and Martell. But Drew came out with a whole damn near paragraph. Well, it is a paragraph, child. But what she had to say is this: we have to co-parent and maintain a good relationship for the sake of the kids. Now, she reminded me of Tyra, I think it is, from Love and Hip Hop. Tyra and Amina, Peter Guns' baby mamas. You remember they used to do for the kids. Everything was for the kids. But that's what Drew said. She said, from my conversations with my mother, I've been trying to approach things in a better way so the kids feel secure and loved. Obviously, I had no idea this was going to be posted. Based on how I looked, I thought it was a private, hidden family moment, not something meant for social media. Do you guys believe it? Put it in the comments. I'm going to read some comments. Look, I'll say this. Whatever floats their boat. And if Drew decides to call off the divorce, it is what it is. Yeah, I don't believe Drew. I don't even believe now that Ralph is still in that damn basement. Okay. I just don't. Gigi said, I love Drew as a singer and actress, but not on Real Housewives of Atlanta. You don't like her? Thank you, Gigi, for the super chat. You don't like her? Oh, y'all calling Cap. Let me go ahead and put it in here. Thank you, Gigi. I'm going to properly thank you, but this is what the majority of you guys are saying.
That's Cap. That's Cap.
All right, y'all saying it's Cap. Let me read a couple comments. I'm saying it's Cap. And what somebody else said over here in the comments, this person right here, Poison Ivy, said, Ralph is smart AF. This makes Drew look like she fabricates things with them. And I totally agree. I really do. But let me get out of this, guys. But let me see what you all are saying. Let me see what you're saying. It does make Drew look a little shady. Now, even if you thought it was going to be a private family moment, that camera that was pointing your way, you synced it in my Moses voice. You guys saw, you, Drew, saw that camera. You knew that they were recording. And come on now, memories for the kids. Cap, Linda Gamble, facts. Look, Patricia, thank you for saying that because I agree. I really do. But we know we had that whole court scene. I have their court docs, but I've always felt like they are still together. So that's what Patricia said. Let me see what you guys are saying up here. She can't come to fans crying about Ralph after this. Good point. Good point. And yes, thank you. Oh, thank you, Teresa, for me seeing your message. But Gigi, thank you. Thank you so much for the, if I could find my thing, super chat. Money, 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 money. SNG, I see your comment. You say Ralph is playing Drew like a fiddle. Do you think that if Ralph said, look, I don't want this divorce, I want to stay married, do you think that Drew is down? Do you think she'll be down? Again, I'm just basing it off how she described him to Carlos King. And yeah, those are the vibes that I'm getting. That came to mind to me too. Okay, so you're talking about the Carlos thing. You're disappointed, Sammy? It happens, sis. You know what I mean? We really have to realize that, you know, people end up being together, even after trying times like that. And if they are, you know, hey, it is what it is. But I get it. I'm not disappointed, but, you know, I'm definitely giving her the side eye. Simone said reality TV has lost its reality. No one shows their real life anymore. Yeah. All right. Now, Sweet Essence, you're a Cutie Crew member. Lavinia, prayers going up. Some of us had to make that decision, but Sweet Essence, we're going to be talking about that real soon in members only. Do you think that Drew is doing this because of the conversation with her mother and how the kids are behaving? Well, that's what she said, Red Ann, and that could be. And if that's really, really it, I get that as well. But we just talking about how it looked and how people been dogging her in them comments. But for me, whatever floats their boat. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. We didn't understand the reality fold we were seeing back in the day. Yeah, back in the day was reality TV. Now these people come with 300,000, 400,000 Instagram followers and TikToks, and you'll never get reality. Drew and them getting on my nerves. They're playing with our emotions, girl. Bye. All right, we shall see. We shall see. He came up from that basement, child. Diane, you said, I don't know what to think about Drew Line Earth. What, Simone? What was what, live or pre-recorded? Let me know, sis. Oh, you talking about Drew and Ralph? Let me know. Oh, child. Teresa said, first a bite of steak and next bed. Teresa, a lot of people over there in the comment section was saying, I know the look after you just got your back broke. And that's what they are saying, that Drew, you know, the look that she had on her face. Hey, D. Herford. But you know, we'll keep our eye out on it, child. That's all I could say. We're gonna get to something else that we talked about this weekend. You guys remember we was talking about how folks called CPS on little Miss Shirley's mama? Well, somebody then stepped to the forefront and is taking responsibility. Oh, shoot, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, okay, hold on. This guy, I'm gonna put him up. Shout out to the neighborhood talk. Is taking responsibility for calling on little Miss Shirley's mama. Take a look. Take a look. Ooh, child. Now somebody needs to call on his earth, if you ask me. Here we go. It's the audacity for me.
Yes, I'm Miss Shirley mama. Guilty. I didn't know her mama was gonna get on live crashing out afterwards. And quite frankly, I don't give a damn. Oh, my mama, I ain't never had this many people mad at me at one time in my life. I'm not even.
First of all, hey, sis, my sis in the building. Thanks for joining us. How is people mad at you? You the one came out and said that you called. DCFS, CPS, they didn't release your information. So he a cloud chaser, number one. Let's continue.
No lie, I was already scared for the little girl while she was doing boots on the ground, goddammit. But then I saw that little Johnny Gill put on your red dress and your high heel videos, and nah, man, I picked up my phone immediately. It's one thing about us talking about this shit every day, but I feel like somebody had to take action. I mean, it ain't really that bad either. If CPS found out it ain't no case, they gonna drop the case. But if they find that it is a case, then maybe I did do the right thing. One day, Miss Shirley gonna find this video and she gonna thank me one day. She had that little girl putting her boots on the ground. Wow. And I put my foot down. And don't judge me either, man. I was just looking out. Shit, if anything were to happen to that little girl and all of us grown-ups was just sitting there watching and didn't say shit, goddamn it, I see everybody asking $1 million.
What are your thoughts, Tawana? Hey, Tawana. What are your thoughts? Why does it look like he has a unibrow at times? It does. You see right here, it look connected. Or is that the dent in his forehead? What's going on, sir? What's going on? Put your thoughts in the comments. Let me see how you guys feel about this. You saw this morning, Patricia? Yes, they called CPS, Simone. They called CPS on little Miss Shirley's mama. And if you missed it, I'll go ahead and play a tad bit of what the mama had to say. We spoke about this over the weekend, but let's go ahead and take a look since Simone missed it. And put your thoughts in the comment section, child. He a little facially challenged.
For a miserable mother to call DHS on me about my child that's well taken care of. Y'all are sick. I'm a mama before anything. I'm sick of you low life trying to discredit me as a mother. And to anybody, any elder that's on here, I apologize for my cursing. I apologize if you feel I'm being disrespectful, but I am tired. I'm tired.
All right. There's a piece. That's okay, Simone. There's a piece of what the mom had to say. Now, it is my understanding that I didn't see it, but when we discussed this in members only, you guys brought to my attention about the Johnny Gill video. And we watched it together. That guy said that's what he had a problem with. But a couple other people had a problem with the wording of how the mom put this OnlyFans page. But when she's talking about it, she says fans only. You guys can't see it right here. So when she's verbally talking about it, she said it's a fan only page. But people looked at this OnlyFans and yeah, they went a little ballistic. At the time, I didn't go ballistic, but I didn't and I'm glad. Oh my goodness, I'm so glad to learn that it definitely wasn't on the OnlyFans platform. But yeah, they called the people. They called the people. Let me see what you got. He called the people. Now, I don't know how many other people called or not, but he took responsibility. Let me read a couple comments. Sis, you said this is why so many DCF cases that really need attention gets put on the back burner. But DCF is chasing all, because DCF is chasing all these petty cases. This happens more than you know. It does happen a lot, especially with social media. A little, how about a lot, facially challenged? Woo, child. Canadian Queen said the child's actions reflect the parents. She acts far too grown, and there is a lot of sick people in the world. All right. Teresa says she is definitely well taken care of. She dresses like a cute little girl, and she is super smart. Holly B says sue him for distress. Lisa Love said calling CPS was a bit much when he doesn't know them personally. He should have picked, he should have picked the razor up off the ground. Clout is a hell of a drug. Yes, Misha, because when you make a report to CPS, you can be anonymous. You are anonymous. You know what I mean? You are anonymous. So he wanted to come out here and discuss this. He wants people to go back and forth with him. He wants the engagement. You know what I mean? And yeah, man, your business, sir. I don't feel like, and I said this the other day, that DCFS should have been called on the mom. The mom has a right to be mad, But, and however, people will have their own personal opinions. People, Teresa, you know, now you a mod. You can't put OnlyFans in the chat, sis. Put OF for me. People will have a problem. People will have their own personal opinions. We see them in this comment section alone. So I think that the mom, maybe just realized that everybody not gonna be down. You know what I'm saying? Or feel like maybe she does pop the hip a little too much or whatever. That comes with the territory when you are on social media. But child was a big old burly man with a unibrow. Oh, and she was cussing out black women. It did appear that she thought that black women, because she just kept on saying, y'all bitches. And come to find out, child, it's a BAN. Yeah, well, if I'm not mistaken, Keita, I believe the mom said that she, created that page for the daughter that is on Facebook. But when she's talking about it, she says fans only. So I don't know. You know what I mean? D. Herford said, does D. Herford, you can't put only child. If you guys don't put OF, y'all know, but I'm going to read your comment anyway. And I'm sure you guys don't know, but YouTube, just put OF and I'll know what you guys are saying. But you said, does OF have to be actual or created as a paid fan site for all types of content? When we discussed this in members only, that's what I was told, that they have more content other than actual. I'm not searching for OF to double check because I don't want it in my algorithm on my phone, nothing. But I'm not sure, D. But if I'm not mistaken, I believe when we spoke about this, it was said that they do have different sections. You know what I mean? But the mom didn't mean OF. She meant FO. Oh, no, she didn't mean FO. I can't even say FO because the Diddy ass, she meant fans only. Okay. That's okay. That's okay, D and Teresa. You guys are fine. You're fine. Simone, I brought up, if Simone is still here, I do have Anthony Edwards that's coming. I searched. Hopefully, I found what you mentioned last night, and let me know if you want to come up and give your thoughts on it. Because I only found one interaction with Anthony Edwards and President, my forever President Obama. But let's go ahead. We gonna well, maybe I want to talk about Anthony before I get to Travis Hunter. Let me make sure I don't have anything else up. Let's get into Faye Faye. We'll get into Faye Faye. And yeah, I tried to swip the don't laugh, guys. I tried to flip the damn words and I ended up saying FO. And I definitely don't want the mom coming my way, baby. I don't. But fans only. Fans only. Child, we can't even say FO no more. Okay. But Phaedra is back. Frick and Frack is back. And some of us last night enjoyed Phaedra. Put in the chat if you enjoyed seeing Phaedra back. Well, Don, last night I thought you said you did, sis. Shout out to 209 of you joining me on this Memorial Day. I appreciate you guys. Hit the like button for me if you're in the bushes. Phaedra is under fire. Faye is under fire. Now I will say, you guys remember Kelly's look? It's on my, let me bring it up. Hold on, let me go to my page. Because Phaedra did this right and Kelly did it wrong. Okay. Let's see. Let me see. Where's Kelly? Where's that post with Kelly at, child? Hold on. Right here. Let me share this. Give me 1 second. I can't do it on this one. Hold on. Let me do something. Let's compare real quick. Let me move this to a new window. And let me move this window over here. And let me do that. All right. So you guys see Phaedra wearing this red. I like the red hair. And I like the sort of over your head, all these twists and turns, you know. But if you didn't see it, I'm gonna bring up Kelly's look. I don't know what Kelly be doing, child. Her fashions, no ma'am, no ma'am. Last night she had on this big hat, and I was like, yo. But look, it's her fashion. But I think this is sort of what Kelly was going for. You know what I mean? I don't like nothing about Kelly's. I don't like it. It's like a rain hat. You guys remember them rain hats back in the day? It's all of that combined. But the way Phaedra did this, I like. But anyway, Phaedra is back. Phaedra came in with a big ball of energy last night. And I, for one, enjoyed seeing Phaedra last night. I think that I'm one that enjoyed it because this show has been dark damn near from the first episode when it comes to Britt Edie and her foolishness. And we all wanted a change of pace. And for me, Phaedra gave me that last night. Okay. But people not feeling it. Couple of the Cutie crew and Patroni Cuties weren't feeling it as well. And I'm just gonna go through some of these comments for you guys because they tearing her ass up. Phaedra didn't get the public welcome like I'm sure she imagined. Does she care? Probably not. She getting paid. But Phaedra said, I'm super excited because we got strawberry short. So she came in shading. I'm super excited because we got strawberry shortcake on steroids. We got very fluid friend Druzilla, the woman about town, Miss Edie Britt. We got sweet Shamia and the secret wife of Charles Oakley. So Phaedra and Portia is seem like they both trying to make it appear that there's some rumors out in the streets when it comes to Charles Oakley. Portia took it a step further, said she wants the ship F that man if Angela don't be quiet. But Phaedra said that Angela Oakley is a secret wife. Oh, I'm gonna have to bring up Angela's response in a minute. But over in the comment section, people aren't happy. They are saying that what happened with Phaedra and how she left the show in the first place shouldn't have been rewarded. They said what she did to Candy was foul and she should have never been allowed back. They said Phaedra will always be someone who spread rumors about someone who she hate and potentially ruin a person's life. This person said the fact that Bravo still employs her when she lied about Grape is beyond problematic. I refuse to watch any show she's included in. This person feel like I feel they need to go ahead and bring Nene back. But they said it's the same Phaedra, and that's the problem. It's not funny after 10 years. We know what she's going to do before she even does it. And then they said that she should have come back with an apology. Thoughts on that? Let me read your comments. Should Phaedra have come back taking more responsibility and accountability for how she left the show in the first place? And she didn't leave the show. She was basically let go. But with Candy stepping down, they let Phaedra step right back on in. So let's see. She was to me too. But look, Purple Yoda, I do get Purple Yoda Princess. I do get what everybody is saying because that was bogus. That was bogus. And Danya, that's all it's gonna be, sis. Her and Portia, freaking frack. They are going to be each other's storyline. Danya, you was over on Patreon last night. It looked like Portia is extremely happy that Phaedra is back because she hasn't been given a damn thing. Let's see. Okay, you talking about little Miss Shirley's mama. Right, and Patricia, were you in members only? Because we spoke about that as well. And for me, even some of the pageant looks are too grown. You know. But yeah, don't call CPS, period. You know what I mean? It's not that damn serious. One thing I could look at when I see little Miss Shirley, she's well fed, she's taken care of, she's not unkempt, all of the above. You know what I mean? So um DCFS is really for children that's really being neglected, not for you disliking a mother's decision to allow her daughter to dance. No matter how you feel about it, whether you agree or not, don't call CPS. Wait, who said sweet Shamia? Phaedra said that. The snake is back. Stacy said Phaedra looks plastic. Let me put Faye back up. I like this red look, child. I like the red hair, the red. I like the all red everything. It would have been fake. She isn't sorry for anything. Yeah, and that's what a lot of folks' problems are. Um, she could have that Bravo should have made her, not she could have addressed that situation and apologized. You know what I mean? Cece, you say I think no matter what, the candy coated clique will dog Phaedra out on whatever she said. Yeah. And look, hey, they got bad blood. You know what I mean? And thank you, Danya. Bring Kenya back. It wasn't rewarded. She was punished. She acknowledged what she did. Good point, D. She acknowledged, but she didn't apologize. She was punished because she was off this show. So, everybody's opinions are welcome. Holly B said, glad she's back. She made a mistake and was punished for it. Time to move on. The dungeon tour did great. It really did. Candy capitalized big time. And I ain't mad at her. So, if you were on Patreon, you guys know how I felt about seeing Phaedra. It was a breath of fresh air for me. I'm happy to see her back. And you guys are right. She was punished. Portia has nothing to give, so she absolutely need Phaedra. Apologies are in order when it comes to Phaedra. She is a dirty, filthy snake. Pusha P recruited her to help her storyline. Hey, Angela. My sister said Phaedra has always been a fan of Bravo's, and they were glad Candy left so they could bring her back. Hence why they kept employing her on other shows. Correct. And not only was she on Married to Medicine, but she was on, those little shows that they have where they go, they have a little vacation. Maybe it's 4 or 5 housewives or 6 max. Can't think of the name right now, but they absolutely kept employing her. She's good TV. She's good TV. Her mother is always there. Her mother. Okay, you're talking about little Miss Shirley. All right. So I wanted to see what you guys had to say about that. I see it. She back. She back. All right. And I'm happy to see her back. The one thing Bravo traders. Thank you so much. Thank you, girl. What's the tea? One thing Bravo can do for me is go ahead and let Britt go. Put in the chat why I let this little fur baby who obviously hate my voice, and she's standing up at the door. She hate when I'm talking to you guys, and I hate my voice. But put in the chat, put a 1 if you like Brit, put a 2 if you don't. Put it in the chat, and then we're gonna move on to Travis Hunter, child. Let me know what you guys think. And you're not gonna stay out here because it's hot. Go. All right, let me see what you guys are saying. Brit Edie, yay or nay? Ooh, I see a lot of tools. Y'all my type of people. Y'all my y'all my type of people. Yes, Keita. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. I don't see a 1. Not a 1 in sight. Anybody? Hey, hibiscus. I don't bite. I respect it if you like her. I can't stand her ass, okay? At all. She brings negative energy. She brings high and mighty. She brings cray cray. Like, I really think that chick got a problem. I do. So we on the same page. Tawana, you say Phaedra has been in Bravo scene for years. The network love her. They do. They do. And another person in the comments on one of these posts, they said that Bravo keep showing scenes with Nene. And they feel like that's a cue that Nene may be coming back. Now, look, I would love it. I would love it. I would love it. Get rid of Britt. And look, bring Kenya back as well. Bring Kenya back. And I never was a fan. You know, it's not like I don't hate anybody. But I was never a fan of Kenya as far as some of her little theatrics. She's good TV. She's good TV. You know what I mean? Phaedra is good TV. Nene, good TV. What are we watching? TV. Okay. So bring them back. Shit, make that money, Bravo. Let's see. Girlfriend Chronicles, what you say? I cannot stand Brit. I can't either. At all. At all. All right. She does bring interest. And Angela, that showed last night on Twitter. You know, Phaedra was trending. That's all that matters sometimes when it comes to these networks. So we shall see. You hope it's not true about this young man. Well, we about to get to it. We're about to get to it. I'm going to drop the link if you want to come up and give me your thoughts. Feel free to do so. How long we been live? 51 minutes. This was supposed to be a power hour. I'll go over a little. Simone, if you want to come up and give me your thoughts about this Anthony Edwards clip, I'm going to start with that because I do want to end this on Travis Hunter. But because I really don't have too much to say about Anthony Edwards other than he was ignorant. He was ignorant in the clip. So I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. Oh no, before I get to that, we spoke about, and shout out to you guys. Shout out to each and every one of you. Hit the like button for me. Let me share this first. Over the weekend, we spoke about Q from day 26, and we reviewed together his video. Well, not his, but day 26's video where they sat down with Vlad TV, and we also heard audio of Q saying that Don Richards gave him a pill allegedly from Diddy that he's still suffering from the side effects, as far as schizophrenia, bipolar, all of the above. Yes, so sad, Red Ann. Well, anyway, Dawn has come out and she has given a statement, and then Q, he had a post as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and read it to you guys. I'm sorry it's not clear on my monitor here, but it may be it's clear on the one that I'm sharing. But StreamYard, I'm gonna open up my StreamYard a little larger, so hopefully on screen for you guys is fine. But let me read. Shout out to the Jasmine brand. Let me read what Dawn Richard had to say. She says, I want to be unequivocally clear. I have never derugged anyone, nor have I ever given anyone pills to take. The suggestion that I did so is categorically false. If such a belief were genuine, it would be inconsistent with the actions that followed, such as inviting me into your home, introducing me to your younger sisters and family, and continuing a relationship with me. It would also be inconsistent with choosing to attend social events without me, engaging with individuals I have previously expressed concerns about, and continuing to live with or provide favors to those same individuals. Many of these actions occurred while I was not present or even in contact with you. I'm going to pause real quick. I don't believe Dawn. Okay. We're going to keep moving on. She said, throughout our time together and even after our separation, I made a conscious decision not to share or disclose private matters or the circumstances surrounding the end of our relationship to protect you. I did this out of respect for you and your family. At this moment, I believe it is essential to recognize that many people are dealing with pain and hardship. This situation, you could tell Dawn know that she was invited to testify, child, because girl, this is a little long. But anyway, this situation is not about one person. It reflects broader harm that has affected many. I sincerely hope that healing and wholeness are possible for all involved. My intention is and always has been to move forward with compassion and integrity, and I pray that others can do the same. Now, look, I'm calling Cap. I'm calling Cap. And I see you, Simone. Thanks for joining me, sis. Because Red Ann, that's it. That's all. Because look, if Dawn felt so strongly as far as any matters that she said cause pain and hardships, she wouldn't have went on to work with Diddy after what she witnessed with Cassie and what she said that she experienced. But we know there was the Dirty Money group with her, Diddy, and Kalina, and all of that. It does sound like a legal response, J28. Absolutely. Absolutely. And look, I just don't think that Q had a reason to lie. The emotions that that man felt was real. And also, he know what happened. He know if you gave him a damn pill. So to me, she's re-victimizing the victim by trying to act like he crazy and don't know what happened. You know what I mean? Thank you, Marshana, because that's what she just did. Period. And she's always been, girl, what's the tea? So yeah, I'm not buying it, but let's go ahead and see what Q had to say. And baby, it's a long one. All right, but I think I'm gonna read it all because I want to make sure that I get everything out that he said. So he said, take full accountability. No, he said, I take full accountability for what I allowed into my life because in the end, I had a choice. But let me be candid. I genuinely believed I was taking something I tried before. It wasn't ecstasy. It turned out to be a horse tranquilizer given to me by my ex-girlfriend who claimed it was from her boss to give to me. Roughly 20 minutes after swallowing that red pill, my body heated up and I collapsed into unconsciousness. I remember being on the upper level of the mansion near the pool and then nothing. I later woke up in a room downstairs, lying in a bed with no memory of how I got there. I emerged from a deep, paralyzing sleep, screaming and sobbing. My body was in shock, my mind spinning in confusion. The horror of realizing I'd been derugged with something far more potent than I was led to believe shattered me. He said, and I will continue, absolutely true, painful emotions. Didn't no lawyer write this, okay? But Q goes on to say there were two red pills and she never took hers. That part always haunted me. It felt less like a shared experience and more like an experiment, like I was a lab mouse in some twisted trial to see how fast I'd collapse. And none of it was funny. It was terrifying. My trust had been manipulated and my vulnerability exploited. After I came to, I began experiencing disturbing psychological symptoms, auditory hallucinations, racing thoughts, intense paranoia, and crushing anxiety. My thoughts weren't fear. My memory started slipping. It felt like my mind had regressed. I was forced to relearn basic things with the support of doctors and loved ones. The pill had broken me mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. I'm gonna take a breather, but will go ahead and say this. I wish he could be added to the Diddy case and give his account on this. Only thing is, Diddy wasn't the one that gave it to him. But this is heartbreaking. But he said, whatever ritual, spell, or manipulation that pill carried, it hijacked my autonomy. I began isolating myself. Sleeping became my only escape from the pressure in my skull. I truly believed it was orchestrated by her boss, a display of power meant to destabilize a weak mind and instill fear. To anyone quick to judge or dismiss my trauma, please remember you weren't there. Mental health is a silent war, one I fought in the shadows for too long. When you love someone, you're willing to go to unimaginable lengths for them. Trust becomes your compass. This journey I'm on is about reclaiming my power, choosing truth, and healing out loud. Shout out to a horse tranquilizing pill. Shout out to Q26. First of all, or Q of day 26. Sorry. Kudos to him, number one, just for breaking it down in that manner and reclaiming, like he said, his power, his truth, and healing out loud. Reclaiming his time too, damn it. Shout out to Auntie Maxine Waters. Simone, what's your thoughts on that, sis? While I let this dog in.
I mm, I feel for everything that he says he has gone through. That is, the story is definitely heartbreaking. But I have a question.
You there, Simone?
Uh-huh.
Okay. I heard you when you said and what he's gone through. What did you say after that?
I have a question.
Okay.
Um, why, okay, just for you, I know people in the audience can answer this too. Why do we automatically don't believe her? And I'm not discounting anything he said. I'm not discrediting. He is definitely a victim, but why we automatically just don't believe her and believe it went down just like that?
I'll answer, and those of you in the chat, feel free to answer. Look, I believe victims, so no matter the
Mhm.
sex or whatever. And I don't know if you watched what we reviewed together, but I just feel like he knows what happened to him. He knows what happened before he took that pill. They were a couple, and he's saying that she came, and even in this statement, he said she had two pills, but she didn't take hers. So I just chose to believe him because I don't feel like there's a motive or
Mhm.
any gain for him to blame her.
Right.
Although they broke up, it wasn't messy and out in the public and going back and forth. He's just
Mhm.
saying what happened. What's your
So the
thoughts?
first video I saw, now in his statement, he's saying that she didn't take the pill. In the first video I saw of him discussing this, he said they both took the pill. Now, and I'm not saying that, we can go, he can, not remember it correctly in a live interview. I know people get nervous, so it is what it is. But I'm
Mhm,
just looking at things that have played out throughout this whole week. She testified, and from all accounts, uh, the attorneys went at her very hard. Um, throughout the years, the clear girl who was in that group with her has been coming at Diddy left, right, front, center, up, down.
we can say her
She
name, Aubrey O'Day.
Okay, and she is not testifying. She had Q on her podcast recently
Mhm.
and kept wanting to discuss the situation with Don. Um, I'm just looking at all of this now. She absolutely in the past has, as I hated Diddy, hated, said she was
Mhm.
going to tell when the time has come, she was going to just sing like a bird. Now she's not testifying in this trial.
But
And
they didn't call her for a witness. She wanted to, but they didn't. The prosecution didn't call her.
uh, she was there with Don. Why wouldn't they call her too? I don't trust that situation. And I'm not saying I believe what you're saying. I'm just saying
Mhm.
I don't trust that. I feel like a lot of people are being paid off. And unfortunately, I do believe Q definitely needs to be paid for his
Mhm.
pain and suffering for what he went through. Definitely. I think all of them did. They all suffered with his
Uh-huh.
hands. But I just find it very interesting that they are trying to discredit and make Don look like a Diddy, like a Elaine Maxwell, whatever that that chick's name was, Islane, Gislaine Maxwell, trying to make her look like that. And she's suing him, and she was a victim too. And yes, we can say, oh, she went back to work with him again. But a lot of people do that in the music business. The music business is dirty as hell. It is super dirty. And if you don't
Mhm.
go along to get along sometime, you will be shelved. You will be blackballed. So if she felt like maybe she can get her name, this is a new Diddy. He's talking about quote unquote love. Call me love now. Maybe she felt like she could maybe work with him, get her name out there again, work with other producers, and maybe segue that way with her career because she is
Yeah, but
very talented. But I'm not saying I don't believe him. I just find it very interesting that he's coming out. She what's her name? Aubrey's coming out, and they all making it seem like this black woman is just the
well,
worst of the worst that she did. I don't know. I don't
okay,
know.
let me answer you. Let me give you my thoughts on that. First of all, when it comes to Q, all of this that's out, been out. That Vlad interview was, I don't know, it could have been a year ago. I do believe it was after, well, maybe not a year.
Mhm.
I do believe that it was after Diddy was arrested, but that didn't come out. The Vlad interview, and I'll look it up just so I can make sure and fact check myself. Because Dawn testified. And look, you
But
mentioned
did he
Elaine.
include Dawn in that Vlad interview? Did he say her name during that interview?
Well, you would have to look at the interview. The
Okay.
interview was, let's see, when was the full interview? Hold on.
I'm really just saying that I think a
Wait,
lot of
well,
things
hold
are
on, hold
happening.
on, hold on.
Okay.
Let me give you my response to that.
Okay.
It looks like it was 3 months ago. 3 months ago. But it's on YouTube. Make sure you watch the full interview.
Okay.
I don't think this is a black woman thing, and I heard what you said.
Mhm.
I think this is a group thing when it comes to the parties that's involved. That is Don, who happens to be black. Q happens to be black. Aubrey has been dogging Diddy out and all of that. Aubrey is the one that told Dawn and the other ladies of Danity Kane, don't sign that document when Diddy was trying to give them their masters to their music because she learned that it didn't financially cover anything. But just like you mentioned, Ghislaine Maxwell, that lets you know that this is absolutely possible. I'm not saying it's true. I don't know. None of us know. We weren't
Mhm.
there. But if Ghislaine, just because she's a different race, that look, it's some women, Dawn, if she did do it, maybe she did it out of fear.
Mhm.
Maybe Diddy said, give him this and you take this. I just don't think that this is something that he did maliciously. Q, I'm speaking of, if that
Right.
makes sense.
No, no, and I don't think it's a black woman thing. I'm just saying I did say black woman, but I think
Yeah.
I'm looking at the legal part of it. This man is paying people off. I don't believe what Aubrey's saying when she has not been approached by the prosecution. She's the only person who's saying that. The prosecution, the feds ain't gonna come out and say, no, we didn't call her. She's saying this to us.
That
I
came out
don't
last week. But
She
think about
said
this.
that.
She said it, but think about this. With
Why
everything
wouldn't they
that
call her though?
that's what I'm about to ask you. With everything that she's been screaming and hollering for years, the prosecution absolutely would have wanted her to come up there and give her experience. She's a previous employee who has bad blood against this man. Something in the water wasn't clean with Aubrey. Once they interviewed her and all of that, obviously they didn't feel like she would be a good witness. But it's been said that they've been talked to her. They want anybody that they can get, especially if it ties into this whole criminal enterprise charge, racketeering.
Right. Well, I mean, I definitely feel for Q.
Mm-hmm.
I do feel that whole situation and everything that he's had to go through. I just, something in the back of my mind just makes me feel like that people are getting paid off,
Mm-hmm.
and if you
Mm-hmm.
make a witness not
That's
credible,
a good point.
especially Don, since she testified for the prosecution, it
Uh-huh.
helps his case. So I think a lot, and he's fighting in social media. He's doing a lot of things. He's spreading his money around to create a social media thing, so that he looks like he's being victimized versus, black man in the government, da
He
da 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 da. So I don't know. It just something makes me feel like maybe she was
okay.
paid off. She hasn't been a person to sue. We've heard about this Dana girl. They're saying that she's getting a settlement together with him too. I think a lot of people are getting paid off to
You
be
mean
quiet.
Gina? You mean Gina?
Uh, uh, G- Gina or Dana? Who who's the one that he doesn't have a child with her, but she
Gina.
was is okay. Yeah,
Hmm.
Gina. So
Yeah,
I don't know. I
it's
just feel a lot of
possible.
people are getting paid off to muddy up the waters, to discredit
Mhm.
witnesses, to make them seem like something they may or may not be. I'm not saying that, Don is
I
innocent or
get
anything
it.
like that, but I
Yeah.
just kind of feel like it's more to it that all of a sudden you're coming out this week talking about her and I don't know. I don't want to say, I'm not going to say he's not telling
I
the truth or anything
totally
like
get it.
that, but it's
Yeah.
just, this has been going on for years, and all of a
Uh-huh.
sudden you're coming out trying to discredit her after she goes up and testifies. So, and
Understood.
Aubrey the same way. She was talking about her like a dog. So I
Yeah,
don't
you
know.
made some excellent points. Look, I'm not saying that what you're saying is not possible. Aubrey absolutely could have been one that's been paid off. And that but same thing with Gina, which is an ex-girlfriend of his. And I don't know why this is not allowing me to enlarge this all of a sudden. But same thing with Gina. Um, they feel like Gina was paid off too. Gina sat down with Tasha K. If you guys didn't see that, make sure to go and watch it. She said that he kicked her in her stomach and all type of crap. She's not testifying. So do I think that Diddy is absolutely or his team trying to round people up to pay them off, not to testify? I do. So yeah, excellent point, Simone.
And I think
Yeah,
Aubrey's one of those people. It
yeah,
just,
he
I
absolutely
mean,
is.
she has been adamant. She didn't go into a lot of details throughout the years, but she has been adamant that she was going to sing one day.
Yeah, I know.
And I just think, I don't know, it's just something ain't sitting me right that she invites him on the show. And
Uh-huh.
from what the clips that I heard, she was pushing and pushing for him to, say Don did this, say Don, I mean, that's
Well,
just
I
kind of
ain't
what
heard
I look
that
at.
part now. I
No,
ain't heard
I'm
that
not
part.
talking about the Vlad interview that he did. I'm talking about he did a podcast with her this week with Aubrey.
Right. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
anyway,
No, it is highly, highly possible. So definitely not, that's the beauty of all of this is that let me do something. Hold on, guys. I see you, Red Ann. Hold on, sis. Shoot, I cannot close all these windows though. I don't know what happened. Give me 1 second. Red Ann, did you want to, while I'm trying to get to this together, did you want to discuss the Q situation and your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I can. Hey, everybody. It's been a
Hey,
hey,
while.
Red
Brittany.
Ann.
Hey
Hey.
there.
What's up,
Hey.
sis?
Yeah, to see, I saw a little bit of it. I didn't see all of it, but I did see the part where I think the group as a whole was interviewing, and
Uh-huh.
I think you were playing it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was absolutely in tears
Mm-hmm.
to see that grown man break down the way that he did and his bandmates to literally break down with him. It was still raw and
Mm-hmm.
emotional. It it was really bad. It was really bad. And I couldn't do anything but cry when I saw it.
Mm-hmm.
I just
Mm-hmm.
my heart went out to him. It, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it was
Everything
sad.
everything it really was. Everything I really do feel like, and I may be, one of a few, but yeah, Diddy needs to get everything he deserves. Everyone that helped, played a part,
Mm-hmm.
um should should have to be held accountable. No ifs, ands, or buts about it, including you know, people outside of the inner circle, officials,
Hmm.
people that didn't do what they were supposed to do according to protocol. Everybody,
Yeah,
everyone.
yeah.
Yep.
I agree. Lock his ass. Well, he locked up. Throw away the damn key. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? But I don't know about you guys. I've been following this case. I cannot wait for tomorrow to go ahead and start because they'll be back in court. And yeah. But Simone, excellent point. Joanne in the comments said the same thing. Of course he paid them off. And look,
Hmm.
they still what she said paid them off. So I ain't saying Q. I'm not saying that. I
Mhm.
will not discount this man's story, horror story at
Yeah.
all.
But
It is his word against Dawn. So I'm not just because I'm a woman just gonna
mhm.
automatically believe Dawn. And again, I'm just not gonna not believe him because I think
Right.
maybe, that pain was real. Like
Oh
Red
yeah.
Man, I was
Absolutely.
extremely emotional because
Hmm.
number one, men, a lot of them, they don't even show emotions. You know what I
That's it.
mean?
That's it.
And it
And they
wasn't
won't
just
talk about
him, right? And it wasn't just him and him displaying that pain, but it was
it.
how it affected his bandmates because he had
Yes.
already shared this story with
With
them.
them. Hmm.
Right.
And lastly, like I said not too long ago, and then we're gonna move to Anthony Edwards. They didn't have bad blood with this breakup, he and Dawn. You
Right.
know what I mean? So there is no benefit of him. He could have said anybody gave it to him. I think he said Dawn specifically because he know Dawn is the one that gave it to him. He could have
Right.
said Roger Bonds, the bodyguard. He could have said Diddy himself. You know what I mean? If he was going for the gusto and going for money or a payoff, hell yeah, I'm gonna say Diddy gave it to me. It's my word against his. You know what I
But
mean? So I just think that he know what he's talking about.
yeah.
Hmm.
And it helps discredit her too when he says a name. He didn't have to say any name
Well,
for
she
the
did
first.
horrible. She did horrible in court. She didn't need this with Q. She did horrible last week. They tore her
Mhm.
I
ass up.
just, yeah. I just think a lot of people have the same story.
Hmm.
A lot of people have some of the same experiences.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And that should be a big red flag.
Hmm.
I just don't feel like everybody's gonna say the same thing. They feel like they are safe to now
Yeah.
put a voice to their pain.
Yeah.
It's about time. It's absolutely about time.
Hmm.
However it came out, let it come out.
Yeah. I agree with you, Red, and yeah, I could imagine that that's exactly what they feel is this man is behind bars, and oh my God, we've been talking about this forever. I mean, amongst ourselves, and now we can talk about it. The key thing is, and I agree with you, a lot of it is similar because that was Diddy's mo. You know what I mean? That's what he did to everybody. He want people to get high. He wanna and I feel like the young man went through more than what he's really saying. Me personally, I
Hmm.
think that he was violated. Actually, I
Yeah.
do.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And yeah, I just don't think it's anything. He could have made up anything to lie about. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, I'm sure that with Dawn responding, more will come.
Guilt.
And we'll see what else she gonna have to say and what he may have to say going forward. But the key thing is Diddy is the monster.
Yeah.
Right.
And I mean, like you said, she got tore up on that stand from
Mm-hmm.
his attorneys, right?
Mm-hmm.
And all of the other witnesses that witnessed that they saw Cassie in getting beat down and all that, they didn't come as hard, according to people who were there in the courtroom, as hard as they did
Come on,
against her.
Simone. That's their job.
No, no, no,
That is
no, no.
the
I'm not saying
defense
that. No, no,
No,
no.
what
I'm
attorney's
not
she's
saying that
job.
they
mm,
shouldn't have. I'm just saying
yeah.
they really attacked her. Now we come 5 days later. Now we get Aubrey O'Day. Now we have this young man, and the feelings that we're
What did
feeling
Aubrey
are
say
right.
about her?
She
What?
basically, from what it sounded like, she doesn't like her either, and was
Mm,
trying to discredit some of the things that she was saying. Now they were all in the group together. They all, went through some of the same things together. So to me, it just looks like it's an attack on her. And I'm not saying what he's saying is not true. To me, it just feels like discredit her as much as possible, make
That's
her
not
look
gonna
like
make Diddy walk.
I mean, well, she was she was a witness for the prosecution. So any discreditation of any of their witnesses helps him.
It helps him, but not her situation alone. You know what I mean?
But she's
And
suing him. She took the steps, the legal steps. She has a
yeah,
case right now.
she
Aubrey
does.
does not. Q does not. If they were
Mhm.
paid under the table through his associates, then
Mhm.
they will never put a case. She has put her name on paper to go about it the
And when did
legal way.
right? And when
So
did
she's going to get attacked. Oh, she lied. She just wasn't. She went back to him. She did this. He had
she
her locked in the
did
car for hours. She had to call her daddy down in the DMV to come save her. And then when he got up there,
all of
it was a no. I'm talking about Don,
yeah,
and
I know.
he went after them. But then they even threatened him and told him, he better leave. I mean, they eventually
Come
let
on.
her out of the car.
They all are victims.
Yeah.
All of them. Don, Q, Arbery, all of them. And if there is bad blood, under no circumstances, just me, I don't think that they working with Diddy. Now, do I think that Arbery possibly been paid off? It's highly possible. But
Her
again,
tone is different.
right, but don't discount the trauma of what
Oh,
this guy is saying,
I'm
because
not.
we
No,
wouldn't
no,
do
no,
it
no.
for a
I'm
woman.
not. No, 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 no.
Think
I
about this.
100% believe he went through that. I'm just saying, listen to her. I mean, I'm not telling you got to go listen to her, but if anyone goes and listen to her podcast, her tone is different now. We in the full throes of this trial. Go in, let have this. You've been waiting for your moment. She's not doing that, so it makes me
Mhm.
feel like she's getting,
I
paid
understand. I
under the table. But I know I don't want anyone
understood.
to think that I'm discrediting that young man. No, not at all. I believe he went through that. I believe it. I just feel like some of the way that it's stacking up to, get her from this angle, him
Got you.
saying
We gotta
dropping the name and Aubrey dropping the name. I don't know. It just
all
I
right, we
truly,
understand. Red Ann,
yeah.
60 seconds if you
Okay.
can.
sorry.
Yeah,
That's okay.
I truly do believe that Diddy is a manipulator, and I really do believe that he pitted those people against each other. And some of them may have done that despite knowing that it was wrong, but to take the heat off of them so his craziness wouldn't be directed at them for the moment.
Yeah.
That's what I
Look,
think.
everybody's thoughts are valid. Simone's, yours, Red and yours, mine. And look, I'm not trying to shame anybody, but under no circumstances do I think that everybody that jumped on a bandwagon late, and I'm just gonna say I'm talking about Dawn. She's a woman. I respect her. I do still think that she was a victim, but I also think that she was motivated by that lawsuit that Cassie filed,
Cassie.
that payoff that Cassie got in 24 hours. Dawn was very silent. Aubrey wasn't for years.
Hmm.
So we'll just have to see. Everybody's thoughts are valid though. Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. I feel she is a victim too. She isn't a Diddy. I don't think that Dawn is a Diddy, but I also think that Q not lying. I think Q knew and still know who gave him that pill. It just for me. But for those of you that don't think that, it is totally fine. I promise you. Aubrey could not be bought, in my opinion. That's per Tiffany, and maybe she was now though. It is puzzling to me because even when we knew that Diddy was going to be going to trial in May, all the way back from when they announced he wanted a speedy trial, it was about October or so. Everybody thought Arbery was going to be at the top of the witness list.
Absolutely.
It's
Yeah.
puzzling to me that she isn't, but that does not, because it's all speculation, that does not mean that she did take a payout. That she could possibly have not been credible in everything that she's been saying. So all can be true. We just don't know. But yeah, all of us thought that Aubrey would be there. She been talking shit about Diddy for years. You know, so do I think that Diddy probably threw a 5 million? His team, yeah, I do. Do I think that Don was motivated by money? Yes, I do. I really, really do. And again, it is the defense's job to counter counter strike. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they did with Don. It's a couple other people, Simone, that's been witnesses, and they've had the same experience. So I think when it comes to that, I just don't look at it as them honing in on this woman and we're gonna attack. No, they doing their job. They getting paid $10 million.
Oh, absolutely.
You better attack shit.
No, absolutely. I mean, because they're trying to get the psychologist's testimony thrown out. So
I
yes,
heard
they're
that
doing their
today.
job, but their job is
Mhm.
also to discredit witnesses.
Yeah,
So
that's their
to
job.
me, and as far as Aubrey not being credible, I mean, trust if they had some dirt on her, they would have let that stuff hit the internet years ago. She
We'll
ain't got
see,
nothing on
child.
her.
We'll see. We'll
She ain't
see.
got
Look,
nothing. She got 5 million. She got probably more than 5 million. That's what she got.
ain't no telling.
Because trust me,
Sis,
she been big and bad and bold in the press for
yeah,
years. All
we
of a
seen
sudden,
her.
she's quiet
Yeah.
as a church mouse. Okay.
We seen her. Sis, I agree with you. I feel that Don was victimized, similar to Cassie, but she was too afraid to speak. Now, I will say this though, sis. All of them are victims. Look,
Yeah.
the damn cook, the dog walker, the babysitter, anybody that was in the presence of Diddy was victimized somehow, some way, even if it was only by his presence and his power.
Right.
So all of them are victim. But I feel like if Don was victimized to the extent of Cassie or similar to Cassie, that would have came out while she was on that witness stand last week. We're talking about extreme, but she is a victim and was victimized. You know what I mean? But as
Right.
far as all of the experiences, that was her time to shine until every damn thing, you know?
Mhm.
But excellent, guys. We're gonna keep it moving. Let's see. Beatrice said yes, maybe she should have come back with an apology. Okay, you on Phaedra. They need to stop blaming Phaedra. Get over it. Forgive. We don't need Nene. Girl, give us Nene. Okay, Beatrice, you at the beginning, sis. I'll try to go back up to your comments. We about a hour and a half in. But Simone, is this what you are speaking of? You see this Anthony Edwards?
It's been a minute since I heard what he said because I can't remember, but I just remember thinking,
Okay,
gosh,
let
he
me
was so
play it.
disrespectful. Okay.
All right, let me play it. Yeah, he was. It's like when I saw this here, nigga, do you know who you talking to? You
Exactly.
know what I mean?
Exactly.
I don't like his old loose painless ass, slanging that paint. Real guy. You know, they be talking about the be out here. Don't be fooled. These men could be thought. He's a
But,
thought.
but
Okay.
I think it's this.
Look.
Okay, go ahead. I'm gonna play this video.
You can hoop a little bit, huh? Just a little bit, huh?
Man, y'all better stand down.
I
The
don't know
truth.
why it's so low.
He said the truth. He said it's the truth. Yeah.
These boy know.
LeBron.
Volume all the way up. It's
Listen,
just low.
Are y'all talking to this young man? Because he just keeps
Oh,
on.
here we go.
Right now, he just said he's the truth and all that. And
Let me
the
take it
truth,
back because that volume was low. So
What do you think about this young guy?
President Obama was talking to a couple NBA players, and this was during the time of the Olympics. And take a look.
What do you think about this young guy? He can hoop a little bit, huh? Just a little bit, huh?
Man, y'all better stand down. The truth.
He said the truth. He said it's the truth. Yeah.
So he told Obama, y'all better stand down. I'm the truth.
You I know.
Yeah.
Listen, are y'all talking to this young man? Because he just keeps on. Right now, he just said he's the truth and all that, and
The truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the
that's
truth.
what he
That's what
said.
You asked him. You tell him the whole context of the situation, though. You asked him,
Who you think you're talking to, sir?
Thank you.
this young man, and he said, "I'm okay." I said, "I'm the truth." He tripping. That's what happened. Nothing wrong with that.
Say
Nothing wrong with that.
we gotta have that.
Yeah, that man, the truth.
Gotta have a little swag like
He ain't
that.
lying.
He ain't lying.
He ain't lying.
All right, so I'm gonna pause and I'm gonna give my thoughts.
Mm.
Simone, I know I'm not gonna take it like you took it, sis, but I do think that it was disrespectful just as far as the tone. But also, we can look at this in another way. President Obama is just a cool ass president, and I think he does want conversations to go back and forth. Do I think that initially he took it as who this Negro think he talking to? Yeah. But, even the guys at the end, LeBron and all of them said, ain't nothing wrong with that. If Anthony Edwards don't believe in himself, thinking he's the truth, who else gonna believe in him? Because I don't. He's the truth when the truth is he should be using a condom, but he don't. But it was disrespectful. Simone wanted me to bring this up. Give me your thoughts, Simone, then Red Ann, and then we're gonna get to Travis.
It was just his tone for me. I think nothing's wrong with a little, I guess you want to say shit talking a little bit about the game, but it was just I don't know, maybe his tone for me is what did it. Obama is an icon, okay? He's first black president. And I understand some people don't feel that way, and maybe that young man is one of them, but I don't know. I think I would still just try to go down the road of being a little bit more respectful to my elder, and still
Mm-hmm.
you can still joke a little bit, clown a little bit, but I think it should have been a little bit more respectful. But then also look at his age. I don't even know if he's considered a millennial, whatever it is after millennial. So he is
Mhm.
just to me it was just disrespectful. I mean, and I
Yeah.
think Obama felt that. I think he felt that when because LeBron wasn't right there in that mix, he called him over. So I think he was trying to smooth everything out because probably in his head he's like, "Oh, I got one of these ignorant niggas."
Mhm.
That's just how I looked at. Him. I'm like, "Dang, you in the presence of Obama? He's is
Mm-hmm.
the former president." And
Yeah.
I understand. And again, I understand everyone don't love him, but I would just be like, "Dang, I can go back and tell my mom and my friends, hey." I met Obama. I mean,
Right.
let me take a selfie with Obama. I don't know. Maybe it's just me because I do, I'm very
Yeah.
proud and like Obama, but I just felt it. And to me, it's a testament to what we now know of him, of his
Mhm.
character, of his just how he reacts to things. So if he's acting like that with a president, someone of stature,
Mm-hmm.
and has done way beyond things that he'll ever do,
Mhm.
how do you think he's acting with these women that he's creating all these children with? You know
Yeah.
Mm.
what I mean? So it's that's why
Yeah.
I brought that up yesterday because I wanted you to see that. Like that
Yeah.
was my first. I didn't know anything about this man. I still didn't know his name until all this stuff this year came out about he having 4 or 5 people pregnant at the same time.
Oh
Yeah.
So
wow.
that when I realized that, oh my God, this is that same ignorant fool who's you know clowning Obama. It
Right.
just all kind
Right.
of came together for me. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
And look, I respect your what you have to say, and it was disrespectful to me as well. But I also see it like what Teresa put here as well. President Obama is an athlete, and they are known trash talkers. So it was
Mhm.
it was both. But
Yeah.
for me, you know what I'm saying? I'm with you. This the president. I ain't even gonna trash talk. Red and your thoughts?
Well, I'm just now hearing about all these children.
Girl,
That's
bye.
kind of crazy.
That
Where
boy,
you been?
that boy said made of them child
Look,
and
I have been under a rock for real. But the thing is, I mean, oh Jesus, man. I was getting ready to say, this will be a pivotal thing to make sure that he tell his children,
girl
when it
bye. He
presents
only
itself,
claiming one.
because, huh?
He only claiming one. The
Oh,
baby
see,
mama, yeah, the
that
baby
kind of shut
mama
me
been with
down.
him.
Yeah, that
Look,
kind
the
of shut me
baby.
down when she said
Hold
4 or
on, Red Ann.
5.
Let me tell you this part. The baby mama been with him while he had all the other babies, and she had her baby last.
And she what?
The baby mama has been with him for years. He had about 4, 5 other kids outside of their relationship, and she just had a daughter about a year or so ago. That's the only child he's claiming.
Oh, hmm,
So that lets you know right there.
hmm. It's got to be about the money.
Yeah.
It's got to be about the money. But that's the problem with our people. We are not setting our children up for success, to know their history, because at this point, those kids may not even ever know or see in a book our first black president.
Yeah.
So it's his job, it's his responsibility to let it be known you could be anything you want to be. Don't be like him.
Yeah.
But man, I'm speechless on that one. Shit. I don't know what to
Yeah.
say on that one.
Well, look,
Yeah,
I'll
I'm
end it.
speechless on that.
Yeah, I'll end the conversation by saying I wasn't shocked at all. He's
Mm,
ignorant, like you put
mm,
backstage. He's arrogant. He's a low life. He's disgusting. He's creating all these babies and can care less as far as the effects that it's going to have on them. So, yeah, I didn't go into this shit looking at it with high expectations at all. You know what I'm
Now, what does
saying?
he do?
Period. He's a NBA player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Yeah.
arrogant is definitely a good word for him. I think
Yeah, he
what
arrogant.
what I took away from it, I was just looking at the timeline. Like back then, I still don't know a lot of these NBA players, and I remember that kind of went viral. And
Mm,
after that, I forgot about it. And then, of course, this year, all the stuff about all the different baby mamas came out, and I still
Yeah.
didn't correlate that until a couple days ago. That I don't know what I was looking at, but he was the same one who clowned Obama. It's like,
mm.
oh, it
Yeah.
makes sense. So that's why I brought it up yesterday. I'm like,
Well,
oh,
let me
Well,
say this
thank
real
you for
quick,
that. Oh, go
if I
ahead.
can.
Yeah.
Being a athlete in basketball, football, these high paying sports, you're only one injury away from a career ending.
That's right.
So you really need to be very mindful of how
Uh,
you move, be more humble, because it could be taken just like that. Just
yeah.
like that.
Totally agree with you. And look, outside of his profession, Karma gonna spin the block on his ass anyway,
Mm,
because again of all these babies that he's creating, and just
mm,
because he decided to not wrap it up and telling women, go ahead and you just go down to the clinic, and they don't want to. No, the responsibility falls on his ass. Number one, because he could have wrapped it up, and guess what? You wouldn't have all these kids. So anybody that don't give a damn about their children, he could give a
mm-hmm.
damn, unfortunately, about
Himself.
President Obama or anybody
Yep.
else. He ignorant. He ignorant.
Mm-hmm.
Now I
Mm-hmm.
don't know if we gonna say this next one is ignorant, but we about to
Yes.
get into it.
Dummy,
We about-
as you say, chit chat.
hold your thought.
Dummy ass.
Hold your thought. Hold your thought. Hold your thought. We about to get into it. Y'all see the smile on the screen.
he's,
Dummy,
Hold
he's
on,
smiling
dummy.
ready?
like a Cheshire cat.
Yeah, y'all see the smiles on the screen. Now look, I'll give my thoughts after, but I'll go ahead and say it. Dummy ass with the
Exactly.
Z. I need to stretch out that ass like Teresa put it in the comment section. But I do have something else to say about this. I will lead this conversation by saying Travis Hunter is an awesome young man. We're talking about Anthony Edwards, and then we have a
Yeah.
Travis Hunter. Awesome, good young man. All this boy want to do is play football, go fishing, play his video games, and bust a couple dance moves. That's all he want to do. Before I even get into the wedding, he
Mm.
went back after being signed to the Jaguars, and he has a $43.5 million contract and a $30 million signing bonus. To show you how down to earth this young man is, when he went back after being signed, drafted, and all of that, he went back to move his things from Colorado, and he stopped by Dion's office at Colorado University. So he was telling Dion what he had in the moving truck. He said, "Oh, well, I'm gonna give my furniture away, but I'm taking my TVs and I'm taking this." And Dion was like, "Look, you could have left that for some of these other players and guys that's coming up. You could have left everything, man. That shows you that even the money didn't faze him. He like his TVs. He wanted to take them. $30 million. I'm buying all new everything. Signing bonus. 43.5. Yeah, I would have left the TVs. But I said all of that to say that he's just a young, humble guy. You know what I mean? And he met up with Leanna. So we're gonna get into a couple things. But for those of you that don't know, and for me, this is still a part of stealing Travis's shine. I'm not saying that this young lady hasn't been good to him. I don't know. I just know what she put out here, and we're gonna talk about it. But over the weekend, they married on Saturday. He's 22. Hold on now. Hold on, Red Ann. Now you know we on YouTube, not Patreon. He's 22. She's 23. For those of you that don't know, when Travis was in high school, somehow he ended up living with Leanne and her family. I believe it was senior year. If my big sister is in the bushes listening, drop down in the comments and let me know. He ended up living with her parents and her. And for me, them clear folks, and maybe the other ones that think they clear too, hell yeah, they gonna welcome you in to go on here. They see the potential, they know where you're going. But anyway, they married, longtime girlfriend. And again, she started dating him when he was still in high school. But anyway, we'll look at a couple of the pictures. So this is them, husband and wife. This is their first meal. This is family and friends on the grounds. This is, if I'm not mistaken, his two coaches from high school. Let's see. This video is Travis gifting her. I thought this was a Bentley truck. Let's look at it. A $200,000 gift. Let's take a look. This is covered under the Copyright Disclaimer Act.
One! Come on! Let's do it! Woo! Whatever my brother says.
All right, so you guys get the gist. Here's another picture. I will say I love the veil. I really, really did. But these are her friends. You deserve the world, girl. You got this, girl. I know they are. Anyway, this is more people, guests that are arriving. This is the tent and all of that they had set up. This is more of the party. It looks like they had a black and white theme as far as the dress code. So we're just going through some of the pictures for now. All right. I don't think that's Travis's dad. I'm not sure, but this her mama child, and you know, I believe this may be her dad. I don't know, but let's see. The hunter. They had little trolley cars and all of that. Beautiful, beautiful ceremony. They got married in Athens, Tennessee. Now, all over social media, though, they've been clowning Travis. And the reason why they've been clowning Travis is, this is what they saying, child. I'm going to bring it up. Not only did Travis marry her, but allegedly, no prenup. It's coming, CC. I got that video queued up, sis. No prenup. I just mentioned to you guys, the man signed a $43.5 million contract and received $30 million up front. $30 million up front. And allegedly, Travis said, I love her. All right. Hold on, panel. Before I get to the commentary, let's take a look at something else. Now, look, I'm just gonna say this. First, I want to play. Okay, I don't need to play this one. I want you to see the smile, child. Travis is in love, and isn't that how we want our men to be? Hold on. You go back over here. Take a look. mute that music. But he happy, child. Hold on, panel, because I know y'all itching. He happy, and if he happy, I'm happy. Okay. However, let's go ahead and go else. The reason why a lot of people have such strong feelings about Leanne, mute up for who is that? Someone mute up, child.
Okay.
The reason why people got such TikTok won't let me do my full screen. But the reason why people have such strong feelings about this when it comes to Travis is this chick said initially he wasn't my type. Still ain't your type. That's a good discussion on another video. You absolutely you can learn to love folks, but the only reason, and this is my opinion only, that Travis is her type is because of Travis's skills and where she knew Travis. Yeah, and where she knew Travis was going to be going. So let's take a quick look at this, and then we're gonna listen to a couple of the brothers that I don't care for too much, but we're gonna look at that. Millions is everybody type. Say it again, D.
I shot myself on Instagram and she dubbed me. And
okay, so he said she dubbed me. I followed her on Instagram and she dubbed me. Dubbed me means she ain't pay me. She left me on red. She ain't even answer. She ain't do nothing. And her brother said, "Do you know who that is?"
I didn't dub. I just didn't respond to him. He wasn't my type.
That's the.
So then I left him.
I wasn't her.
Let me go back. Now you, Travis. Now you repeat this shit.
I shot myself on Instagram and she dubbed me.
And I didn't dub. I just didn't respond to him. He wasn't my type. So then I left him.
I wasn't her type.
I left him in my DMs for like 2 months, and then finally I answered him. But I didn't want to like be nothing. I just wanted to just be friends. Like we could be friends. And then after I finally answered him on Instagram, then we texted for like
a long time.
Like another 2 months. And then he was friend zone because I didn't like. He was like, "Am I friend zone?"
She said he was friend zone because I didn't like, and then she stopped herself because I didn't like his ass.
I was not into him. And then
I was not into him.
Finally, I had to go to a friend's birthday dinner, and I didn't want to go by myself. So he was like, "Oh, I'll go with you." And then he went with me, and then we was in love.
Yeah, we was in love ever since then. Like we hung out the next weekend.
Yeah.
No, that was during a week.
We went to Top Golf. That was our first date, Top Golf. Yeah, and then
I was still in high school.
Yeah.
And I had school the next day.
The next day.
All right. So he was still in high school. She did her research, caramel kisses. Her brother did the research for her. We're not done though. Now, a little bit that you guys won't see is she also used to make Travis sit in a car while she partied in Atlanta. She was at Magic City. She was at all them clubs. And she also had an OF page. And there were rappers that came out with pictures of them palming the earth and all that type of stuff. Okay. And Travis, being the good guy that he is, used to drive her to these parties and sit in the car. Now, if I'm into you, and if you are my boyfriend, you're not sitting in the car. You coming in here with me. And we can party with all my friends and we can go home. She made him sit in the car. That's my opinion. But one more little clip. Let me make sure that's all I have on this. Hold on. Okay, I missed that. I had something else for Phaedra, but we'll wait. But I do not care for Cam. Mace is not too bad to me. Cam, I can't stand him, but he made some excellent points. I saw in the comment section where you guys said I didn't see the Sanders there. It's my understanding that only Shador went. Also, Dion absolutely told Travis to get a prenup. I don't know if that's why Dion did not go or not. Don't know. But she's a moment stealer as well. Travis broke some records throughout the season at Colorado University. The night that he did, as he was celebrating after the game was over, he went over to walk to her. She went off, and you could just see the body language. You knew she went off. When he was awarded the Heisman, she didn't even get up and stand up and clap. Dion had to tell her, "Hey, stand up." She stood up. You know, so that's what's been going around about this young lady. He loves her, and she, I think, my opinion only, has learned to love him. But take a look at what Cam and Mace had to say. Then I'm gonna go to the panel and we will chat, and then we'll be out of here. Shout out to you guys that's watching. Please hit the like button for me. Make sure you are subscribed. All right, here we go. Let me unmute. Shout out to the Shade Room.
On the internet, they faced a lot of criticism for different things. A lot of people have been concerned on them not having a prenup agreement, sources say. Mace, what's your opinion on the young love?
I don't know. I'm gonna sit this one out. I think when it comes to the young lady, she does have like different things that have transpired. For me as a dad, if that was my son, I would definitely be concerned about it. I think there's other ways you could protect his assets, but I definitely would think he should look in the direction of protecting his assets. Maybe not with a prenup, but there's other things you could do these days.
Yeah, they'll try to hit you with that. Why I get a prenup? If you really love me, sign the prenup. What you here for? If you here for love, just sign this joint, and you don't get none of my money because the love is free. What are we doing here? I'm not signing. I mean, do what you want, Travis. That's up to you. I'm not signing a prenup unless Shorty getting as much money as I get, or more than me. If you're not getting more than me, you have to sign a prenup. It just works like that for me. I don't get it. I don't know why love needs to be defined by a piece of paper. Why we can't just be love each other and do paper? What paperwork got to do with it? Look at Remy and Pat. We're crazy all weekend over that, man. Wow, man. All because of this piece of paper. They was black love. Now, I'm not taking nobody's side. Remy's my friend and Pat's my friend. I don't have a side in this. All because of some paper. It is messy all weekend. Remy pulling out pawn shop receipt, talking about her Cartier bracelet is missing. Pat talking about he knocked her out, that she dating. It's been a mess all weekend. You know why? Because of this piece of paper. When you're a girlfriend or boyfriend, just leave. And I know Squad is right. You ain't staying that long to where you think you live here.
So he going into a whole lot more. Cameron is going into not believing in marriage. I believe in marriage, although a lot of marriages may one day end. But I do agree with them in regards to this prenup. So I am going to shoot it to my panel. Simone, we'll start with you, and Red Ann, we will end with you. Simone, what are your thoughts? Do you think that she found a dummy ass? Do you think that is love? Do you think they'll be together forever? Which they possibly could be. What are your thoughts?
Oh, she found her idiot. Period. I'm just gonna sit back in my 92% and watch this unfold because this is gonna be classic. Her whole body language, everything about her facial expressions. She don't even like him, let alone love him. So it is what it is. I know he wouldn't have done this for no one for
sister.
Yeah. He wouldn't have been sitting outside waiting on no damn car for no woman who wasn't racially ambiguous. Okay, I know they say her mama's black or something like that. I don't know, but she's racially ambiguous. She could be anything, Mexican, mixed, whoever. I don't care. But I know he wouldn't have been doing that for anyone who's just a regular, not that we're regular, but you know what I mean, just a full on black woman. So I don't care. He got Dion in his ear. He's had access to other pro athletes who probably had schooled him, gave him some fatherly advice. And I think his father may have been in and out of prison or currently in prison, something like that.
Yeah.
So I understand he may not have that, but he has Dion, the ultimate male figure in his life, and I would bet money Dion has schooled him on some things about getting the prenup, and if he didn't take that advice, huh, let him live, see what happens. And I don't believe in, he's in love, but she ain't.
You think this his first piece of tail?
I do.
It could be, but
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry, this he cannot go into this saying that he wasn't warned.
Yeah, he was
I'm
warned.
sorry. He's those coaches, those assistant coaches for Colorado University. They all, I'm sure, they may not talk to him like, we would talk to him, but I'm sure they gave him like, hey, son, I know you're moving forward with this,
Dion
blah,
did.
blah, blah. But, get the paper signed, get the prenup signed, son. Or are you sure you want to get married? Wait a couple of years, get in the league a little bit, get to, I'm sure they've given him some advice, but this fool wanted to go out and marry her, so let him.
Well, look, the main one that gave him that advice was Deion Sanders, who Travis is on record as saying that that's like a second dad to him. But
Mm-hmm.
when you sprung and wet behind the ears, as they say, and all of the above, you know what I mean? I really do feel like he feels like he know what he doing. He gonna do what he want to do. He love her. She been there with me while I was shooting in the gym and all that. For me, it was game from the start, as far because it's not like his mom. He has younger brother. His younger brother is real good in football too. I think he's gonna go pro. But it's not like his mom was, out on the streets and all of that. I'm not sure if he moved in with her family to go to a different school. I don't know, but at some point in high school, his senior year, he moved in with them, and I think it was game. I think they knew how good that boy was and where he was going. And the girl brother told her, "Do you know who that is? That's Travis Hunter." When she was saying, "I don't like him. I'm not into him." That's Travis Hunter. So pray for Travis.
He's
Like I
stupid.
say, yeah,
He's
I know, but
stupid.
he's such a good guy. And look, Simone, the flip side
He's
is,
a good stupid guy.
but give me a second. The flip side is he could be an Anthony Edwards. He could be out here slanging it to everybody and dropping babies and all of that. We know he allegedly stupid. We know this is a probably not the best decision. Let's just pray it work out. Red Ann, give me your thoughts, sis.
Well, I feel like if she truly loved him, it wouldn't matter about the money, right? So why not sign it?
Sign the prenup.
That'll really show you her intentions. If your intentions are solely for money, you're gonna cut a fool if he asks you to sign it. But my question is his mother around?
Yes, his mom is around.
Absolutely.
So this is did he give back or purchase anything for his mother?
Yes. Even while he was at Colorado, he purchased his mom a home in Georgia, and I believe now they all are looking to move to Florida. So yes.
Okay. Yeah. Like I really do feel like if Dion gave him that good advice, I hope he has a financial planner, a financial advisor to only give her limited access. Because a person with unchecked limited access can literally wipe it clean quickly.
Yeah.
And it goes back to, God forbid he has a career-ending injury. Is she gonna stay? She don't seem like the type that would. She just don't seem like the type that would, because like you said, there have been previous events and things that have come about where he was honored, and she had to turn the tables and make it all about her and take that shine.
Red Ann, what you got
Selfish.
going on, sis, in the background there?
That's not me.
That's
Oh,
me. I'm sorry.
mute up, sis.
I'll
Mute up.
mute up.
Yeah, she seems very selfish. She seems very selfish.
Mm-hmm.
Very selfish. And like you said, yeah, I think that was his first cat, and he
Mm-hmm.
done went absolutely stupid. And
He's
she knows
sprung.
it.
He's
She
sprung.
knows it. She knows it.
Yeah. Yeah, she's very controlling. And look, like I said, if Travis like it, I love it. But they have a YouTube channel, and I've been one that's I've watched several, way before this. And
Oh,
she
I have to
runs.
watch it.
Yeah, she runs things. Kay Hayes said, and Kay Hayes, this may not be a good thing. I get the point that you're trying to make, but Kay Hayes said the man that's his manager says she does a lot of work for him that helps Travis. It kept him from having to bother Travis. What's the name of the guy, the older guy, Billinger or somebody that had he 83 and his girlfriend is 24, and now they banned her. Yeah, they banned her from the campus, I guess, that he coaches on, and she did a lot for him too, as well as, hold on, guys, as well as help herself to his money. So a lot of times, Kay Hayes, that could be game. That could be game. But I do want to say this. I wish Travis well. I hope that we end up being the ones with eggs on our face, allegedly, according to some of the video that's been floating around from the ceremony. Allegedly, she may already be pregnant. So, me, in my mind, I think that she's gonna be drafted in May. I think January may be a good time to go ahead and get pregnant. For me, this is still cutting into his moment. He was the number one draft pick, and you guys get married right after. You know what I mean? It's like, what's the rush? Or why didn't you do it before? You wait until you sign a contract and y'all get married. Something ain't right. But give me your final thoughts. Simone, give me your final thoughts. We have 2 hours. I don't know if you guys just heard my alarm go off, but Simone, your final thoughts is he a dummy? Yes.
Well, you clicked on several comments that I think Holly B said something in regards to the colorism and stuff like that. I think he's learning from his peers and some of his elders, including Dion. I think that's he feels like he needs someone like her to, fit his whole total image. But outside of any of that, he's dumb. He's stupid. All of those, all of those, because he is surrounded by knowledge. He is surrounded by people, black men who give him good life advice.
But he love her. But he
he's
love her.
Okay, he's dumb in love. He's a dummy. He is a idiot. He's going to look back at this in the years to come and wish that he would have listened to some of their advice. Not to make it that he has to have her sign something extremely extreme, but I don't care. All the women listening to us right now, if y'all get married, if y'all in your 30s, 40s, 50s, get a prenup. I don't care if y'all ain't got y'all not millionaires. Get a freaking prenup. Okay, because it is some desperate men who will come up and try to get in with you, especially if you have a good ass job. They will do that shit to you too. So get a prenup. Everybody, get a prenup. Everybody, especially this dumbass that we looking at here. And that video that's why I was laughing so hard. Was they he playing? He was, I don't know, something about his facial expression. I couldn't stop laughing when they were
I'm gonna have
dancing
to
at
go
the
watch
wedding.
their page.
Yeah, it was
And
some mean comments because I didn't like it. They were, and I'll bring it up, Simone. They were comparing Travis to Wanda from In Living Color. See, no, I didn't say that for you to laugh, Simone. Cut it out.
Mute and laugh.
Cut it out. Cut it out. Now, look, he happy child. Look at Travis.
He's facially challenged.
Oh no, he's a young boy. He's a good guy. Red and
He can be good, but still facially challenged, which
oh Lord.
is a big part. And I know yes.
Y'all a mess. Y'all
Okay,
a
let me stop. Let me stop.
No,
Let
that
me stop.
she has clocked in
Oh,
and has gotten paid.
yeah,
she
she's
did her
straight.
job. She did her
Somebody in the comments said that this guy has set not only her up for the
job.
rest of her life, but her family as well. Simone,
Her
Exactly.
family. There you go.
60 seconds, Simone. Final thoughts.
I ain't got nothing else for him. This was thank you for having me, but he's
Oh.
classic idiot, classic idiot, classic.
Well,
That's
thank you,
all. Have a
sis.
good day or
Thank
rest of
you,
the day.
sis. Thank you for coming up here, Simone. I did that, Anthony Edwards, just for you. Thank you for being available. Thank you for your contributions to the discussion. I appreciate you so very much. And
Thank
cut
you for
it out.
having me.
Cut it out. Cut it out. All
Look,
right.
we had two extremes. We had one end of the spectrum all the
We
way down
did.
to the other
We did.
Mhm.
We did. I'm just trying to be nice because I do like
Mm.
Travis. But Red Ann is the one that said facially challenged, not me.
30
Not me.
days.
I didn't say
Not
nothing. Notice I never said nothing. I just laughed. That's all. I could have
you,
been
Red
laughing at anything.
30 days.
Now, don't go now. You ain't about to run game on me. Your ass
Look,
wasn't
30
laughing at
days.
anything. You was laughing. This what you was laughing at. Hold on, Red Ass. I ain't gonna allow her to do this to me. I ain't gonna allow her to run game on me. Absolutely not.
It
This
was just a
is bad.
cheesing. Just a
And look at
cheesing. Look
watch
at
out.
him. Go ahead. Hit
Hey.
play. Just a cheesing.
Ooh, hey, get it,
Cheese.
Travis. Get it, Travis.
Cheese.
Oh my
Cheese.
god.
That's
And it
all he
was
wanna
and it
do.
was like he
30
was
days,
bending his
y'all.
back. What is he?
Write down this date. 30 days.
That's all he wanna do is dance and play
30 days.
football.
30
Oh
days.
Yeah.
god.
I'm praying for him too, loyalty. I'm praying for him too.
Well, I
Um,
hope I do. I will say this. I pray that he's given his set his mother up and got her good so that she never has to work another day in her life.
I
Set
hope
her up
so
and
because, yep.
set something aside
Because
for his
without her,
mother
it
and
wouldn't be a
siblings.
Travis Scott, right?
Yeah,
yeah,
It wouldn't be
I
a,
just
yeah.
hope because that woman is going to go through his money. I hope he set his
He
mama
really
up
is.
so that
Uh-huh.
she,
Uh-huh.
she's good and his siblings
yeah,
because
we praying for him.
I pray that he gave his mom a good chunk of change.
Yeah,
Okay.
I
30
agree.
days. Write
Red
down
Ant,
today's date. Ma'am.
final thoughts, Red Ant.
Oh, I'm just saying 30 days.
What's the 30 days for?
They're gonna come out and say she's pregnant.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think she is. I think that she is already. Can we tell in this video, Simone? I'm gonna mute your ass. Hold on, let me bring this video back up. Let's see. She had a little pudge. Let's see if we can see it in this video. No. Well, you can kind of see a pudge. You see at the top, that's real full up there at the top. But there was
Do you
another
have any
video.
more pictures?
I'll find the video real quickly, but give me your thoughts while I find it.
Oh yeah, she probably is. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
She should
Mm-hmm.
be. She done played the game this long. She
Hello.
better go all the way in.
Mm-hmm.
Don't hate the player, hate the game, okay?
Oh yeah, no. Look, I don't. The whole gold digger thing don't bother me because
That's
I
what they
don't mind
do.
that. That's what you're supposed to marry up. But in this situation, he's just stupid. She's about to take it
But
off.
All
yeah.
right, take a look at this. Take a look at this, and then we out of here. This is a bump to me. That looked like a baby bump
It
to me.
does.
Yeah, she's a
Cause
small
Mm,
she too
girl.
young to be having that.
Right, she's a small girl, and she hasn't had bumps like this in the past. So I believe.
hmm
Take a look.
Yeah.
Oh, uh-uh.
Mm.
And
What?
Travis, I'm gonna be an auntie on your ass right now. You guys could have picked another
Oh
song.
yeah, she definitely
I didn't.
pregnant.
Yeah, I didn't like in this song. They said, "Nigga, we made it." I don't like
I'm
that.
sorry. What?
Mm-mm.
Take a listen.
Like she my statement. It needed a moment of silence. We made it.
Wow.
The shade room bleeped it out. But
Mm-mm-mm.
nigga, we made it. I ain't like that. You ain't. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. We shall see. It is a big bump, Green Bass. And look,
Mm-hmm.
girl been setting up her plays. Travis been on the field playing doing the football plays, but she been setting up her plays. I will say though, I will say, no matter how we feel, I really, really, really do hope Alice that it don't turn out like the Kobe and Vanessa. Because Vanessa is one that she took over and she didn't do right. She didn't do right by Kobe's parents and all of that. But to end this, I'm praying that this works out well for Travis. And I do believe that just based off of this young lady's word, that she's learned to like him a tad bit more. They was checking me in the chat and saying, no, she ain't learned to love him.
She ain't learned nothing.
To like him.
No, she still got a
He was
smirk on her face all the
pre-warned.
time.
He was pre-warned.
Yeah, and it is what it is. Look, somebody in the comments put Deion Sanders this is when they were at Jackson State, had Brittany Renner to come and speak to all of the football team to let them know what's out there. Let them know that a lot of the games that these young ladies have in mind to run, and everybody has done their job. So I wish them well. I wish them well. But we're out of here.
All right now.
Thanks for having me again.
Thank you to Simone. Thank you to Red Ann. I appreciate you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey, look at the pictures in your Instagram.
Huh?
I sent you some pictures in your Instagram.
What are they? Hold on. Is this something you wanted me to mention?
I mean, you could do it another time. Just look at the pictures. I just stumbled across it.
No. I already responded to you about that.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah, I asked you, is that their building that's for sale? Because I don't discuss them on my channel no more.
That's an old. It was an old Wells Fargo.
I
bank.
see that, but I see
I'm
their
like,
sign in
okay.
front.
So is that going to be Scott Manor?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. I responded to you though. I thought I did.
Okay.
Let's see. Did it not go through? No, I said, sis, is this their building?
I don't know who's.
But
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't talk about them child. So yeah, we
Yeah.
want to talk about their ass and members only. I'm over all of that.
Yep.
Okay. But thank you, Red, and thank you for coming up here, sis. I appreciate you.
Bye.
Good night. Good night.
Good night.
To the chat. I'm gonna read a couple comments on my way out. I bet the Sanders young men won't marry anyone without a prenup, all in the training. Yeah, Lisa Love, I agree. Deion not gonna have that. He got mad when people tried to school him. Yes, you too cute. Travis got mad after the Heisman ceremony, and I believe after what I mentioned that happened after a football game, and he had deactivated his social media. And people again were judging on her reaction, and she let it be known, I don't care if you just broke a record. I'm talking to you. That's how she was looking at him, and we couldn't hear what she was saying, but she was giving commands. We all sort of kind of want a good guy though, don't we? And he's a good guy. So I really, really mean this. I am praying. Thank you, Apple Peach. You are right. I'm really, really praying for them. I hope that it's a union that lasts. I hope he don't end up getting his heart broken, and I hope she don't end up taking all his damn money. And look, my sister said this on the phone earlier. She said that girl gonna be there right now for a couple years. My sister said she probably gonna have about 3-4 babies back to back, because this 43.5 million is just the rookie contract. If God willing, Travis continue to perform the way that he's been performing and all of that, in 4 years, he could very well be offered 300-400 million. So, so I don't know if we're going to see a divorce or anything right. It's too soon anyway, but prayers going up. That's all I got to say. Prayers going up. If I missed your comments, if it was something that you wanted me to see, drop it down in the comments section of the video. Teresa, you'll be happy to eat to hear this, sis. I'm about to test some crab legs up. Do you hear me? A whole seafood boil, crab legs, lobster, scrimp in my Wanda's voice, mussels, corn. What else I got in there? I think that's it. shrimp, lobster, crab legs, mussels, corn, and I got just a couple potatoes, small potatoes. And yeah, so that's what I'm about to do. But thank you, Simone. You enjoy the rest of your holiday week as well. She will have 3 kids. Yeah, yeah. We gonna sit back and watch, and we gonna be talking about it. Empowered woman said, "Now she learned to love his money, not him." J28 said that might be on the left hand, Teresa, right? I think if they're in the mirror, it's reversed for us. Oh yeah, maybe that's the case. Or sometimes when you videotape, period, it shows up like that. But they are wearing the rings on their ring fingers. So I don't know. Maybe it's the way the settings were when they recorded that. Alice said it's giving Colby and Vanessa. I think Cece said that earlier as well. Yeah, pregnant by somebody else. Ooh, child. Ooh, girlfriend. Let's pray. Let's hope not, sis. My God. They said they were going to start as soon as they got married. So I would not be surprised if she is. Yep, they did say that. Go to their YouTube page. I don't know if they've been active since he signed. I will check it out myself and go be nosy. But the wedding was even planned. But I think that Travis is the type of man that let her make all the decisions and he just down for whatever. I just said, I don't think it looked good that the wedding happened immediately after he signed that contract. They could have waited a year, you know what I'm saying? Or before. But that just gave securing the bag. You having lamb chops. That sound good. That sound good. Angela, I'll read your comment. We'll be talking more about Puffy. Tomorrow is the trial that starts back up. Puffy had the ultimate access to the industry that he knew that he could get away with whatever the F he wanted, period. And that's what made people fear him the most. Yes, long line of victims. Long line of victims, Angela. And I think that Dawn Richard, not Richard, I think she's a victim. Aubrey, we saw the verbal ABUs. You know what I mean? So even Q, I believe him. Day 26, their stories. I believe anybody that came in this man's path were victims. I showed you guys the other day how Tyler LaPlay got his ass up and got out of there. Everybody feared him. You know what I mean? So yeah, I agree, Moni. She gonna wear the pants, child. Travis already has been spotted out fishing in Florida. I think Travis probably bought him a boat and he could care less what else happens. So let's pray that there are financial restraints and advisors and everything else. And, maybe she going to be a good wife to him, Not yet, sis. The prosecution, most likely, Teresa, what are we in? This starts week 3. They expected this to be an 8-week trial. So the prosecution absolutely has to be done by the end of next week. But from what they're saying, they've called all of their key people. So we'll see. All of Kobe's money went to the Clear Brown community. Yeah. And I do not like the way and I know that she's his wife and rightfully so was put in place to handle his business, but I don't like the way Vanessa Bryant did his parents after he passed. But she did her own damn mama dirty. Yeah, Capricorn is coming. Capricorn is coming. So we'll be talking about that for sure. You guys may see me for a power hour tomorrow. Back to work, end of the month, my busiest week of the month. But if something happens that's worthy of a power hour, I'll see you guys tomorrow. But thank you guys. Thank you for joining me on Memorial Day. Prayers going up again. Dr. Nicole say he a whole goofy. Oh, Dr. Nicole. Pray for Travis, y'all. Pray for Travis. Yes, Pink Table Topics is going live tomorrow as well. Keep Travis in your prayers. That's all I got to say. I'm going to have to put this Cat Williams up on my way out the door, child, because, child, what you said, Dr. Nicole, I ain't saying. All right, but we are out of here. Thank you guys again for joining me. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll chat with you guys soon. Bye. Chit chat with QT. with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat, chit chat, chit chat with QT.